Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. How many of you want an extraordinary relationship, not just a good one? I'm not talking about something average. I'm talking about a relationship that's a live one, that's filled with passion, trust, and deep connection. See, most people think relationships just happen. They believe love should be effortless. But let me tell you something. Real love, real connection, it takes work. It takes habits. If you don't master these habits, what happens? You fall into patterns of blame, frustration, and distance. You stop seeing your partner the way you did in the beginning. You get comfortable, and comfort kills passion. So today, I want to give you the 7 habits that create an unshakable bond. These habits have helped countless couples reignite their love, deepen their trust, and build something that lasts. Are you ready? Let's go. Habit 1. Prioritize your partner like you did in the beginning. Think about the start of your relationship. You gave them your full attention, didn't you? You were fascinated by them. But what happens over time? We stop prioritizing our partner. Life gets busy and we take love for granted. Make it a habit to treat your partner like they are the most important person in your life, because they are. Habits 2. Speak their love language, not yours. Love isn't just about what you want. It's about understanding how your partner feels loved. Some need words, others need action, and some just need your time. Master their love language and watch your relationship transform. Habit 3, keep the polarity alive. Masculine and feminine energy attraction isn't just about love, it's about energy. One person needs to bring the strong, grounded, protective energy. The other brings the nurturing, free-flowing energy. When both partners embrace this balance, the spark never dies. Habit 4, communicate to understand, not to win. Most people listen just to respond, not to understand. The best couples, they listen with their hearts. They don't fight to be right, they fight to grow. Because the goal isn't to win the argument, it's to win together. Habit 5, never stop growing together. The moment you stop growing, you start dying. If you want an extraordinary relationship, grow as individuals and as a team. Read, learn, challenge each other, and push each other toward greatness. Habit 6, surprise and play. Keep the adventure alive. People fall in love because of excitement, and they fall out of love because of boredom. Make fun a priority. Surprise your partner. Plan spontaneous dates. Laugh and play like you did in the beginning. Passion isn't lost, it's just forgotten. Habit 7, commit to love daily. Love isn't just a feeling, it's a choice. Every single day, choose to love your partner. Choose to show up even when it's hard. Choose to give even when you don't feel like it. Because in the end, the strongest relationships aren't built on convenience, they're built on commitment. Love is a choice, not just a feeling. Most people believe that love is something that just happens to them, like a force beyond their control. They think that if they find the right person, everything will flow effortlessly, and they'll feel in love forever. But that's not how real relationships work. Feelings of love come and go, but the strongest relationships are built on a decision to love, even when life gets busy, even when emotions fluctuate. Think about the beginning of a relationship. Everything feels new, exciting, and effortless. You can't wait to talk to them, to be near them, to make them happy. You naturally put in effort because you're drawn to them, but over time, that initial passion starts to fade if you don't nurture it. Why? Because life gets in the way. Responsibilities pile up, stress increases, you get comfortable. And when people stop feeling the rush of early love, they assume something is wrong. They start thinking, maybe we're not meant to be together. Maybe this isn't love anymore. But love isn't just a rush of emotions. It's what you do every single day. It's in the choices you make. You choose to listen when your partner has had a rough day, even when you're exhausted. You choose to express appreciation, even when they already know you love them. You choose to stay present, even when distractions pull at you from every direction. Love is in the little things. The text that says, I'm thinking about you. The hug that lasts a little longer. The willingness to understand instead of react. When love is just a feeling, it's fragile. It depends on circumstances, moods, and external factors. But when love is a choice, it becomes unshakable. It means you don't just stay in love when everything is easy, you fight for it when it's hard. You don't let resentment build, you communicate. You don't wait for passion to reignite on its own, you create it. The truth is, every relationship faces challenges. There will be disagreements, rough patches, and moments of doubt. But what separates successful relationships from failing ones is the choice to keep showing up, the choice to keep giving, to keep growing, to keep loving, especially when it's not convenient. That's what makes love last. That's what builds something extraordinary. Love isn't just about what you want, it's about understanding how your partner feels loved. Most people assume that if they express love in the way that feels natural to them, their partner will automatically receive it the same way. But love doesn't work like that. Everyone has their own way of feeling valued, appreciated, and connected. What makes you feel loved may not be the same thing that makes your partner feel loved. And when couples fail to recognize this, they often end up frustrated, feeling like their love isn't being reciprocated, when in reality, they're just speaking different love languages. Think about it. Some people feel most love through words. They need to hear, "I appreciate you," "I'm proud of you," or "I love you." For them, words carry weight. They need reassurance, verbal acknowledgement, and consistent affirmations to feel secure. But for others, words don't mean much if they're not backed by action. They feel love through acts of service. When their partner helps them with something, takes care of responsibilities, or does little things to make their life easier. To them, love is about showing up, not just saying the right things. Then there are people who value quality time above all else. They don't care as much about words or actions. What matters to them is undivided attention. They want their partner to be fully present, to engage in deep conversations, to share experiences together. When their partner is distracted, constantly on their phone, or prioritizing other things, they don't feel loved, even if they're being showered with compliments or gifts. Speaking of gifts, for some people, a thoughtful present means the world. It's not about materialism, it's about the effort and meaning behind the gift. It tells them, "I was thinking about you, I know what you love, I care enough to surprise you." And finally, there are those who feel most connected through physical touch. A simple hug, holding hands, a reassuring touch on the back. These small gestures make them feel safe, desired, and loved. The mistake most people make is assuming their way of giving love is the right way for their partner to receive it. But true connection comes from learning and adapting. It's about paying attention, asking questions, and making the effort to love your partner in the way that fills them up. When both partners do this, love stops feeling like a guessing game, and it becomes something deeper, something lasting, something that truly fulfills both people. Attraction isn't just about love, it's about energy. In every passionate relationship, there is a dynamic pull between two forces, masculine energy and feminine energy. This polarity is what creates chemistry, excitement, and desire. When these energies are in balance, the relationship thrives. When they are out of balance, things start to feel stagnant, forced, or disconnected. Masculine energy is about direction, purpose, and presence. It's the driving force that provides strength, stability, and protection. It's not about gender, it's about an energetic role. A person embodying masculine energy takes charge, leads with confidence, and creates a sense of safety in the relationship. This doesn't mean dominance or control. It means showing up with clarity, taking responsibility, and being unwavering in the face of challenges. When the masculine energy is strong, it creates trust because the other person feels like they can rely on that presence. Feminine energy, on the other hand, is about flow, emotion, and expression. It's the force of creativity, spontaneity, and deep feeling. It brings warmth, nurturing, and connection. Someone in their feminine energy is fully in the moment, embracing their emotions and allowing love to flow freely. This energy is the spark that keeps things fresh, playful, and deeply intimate. It's what brings joy and lightness into the relationship, counterbalancing the structure and focus of the masculine. The reason so many relationships lose their spark over time is that the polarity between these energies begins to fade. Maybe both partners start operating in the same energy, either both in their masculine, constantly competing for control, or both in their feminine, where there's a lack of direction and stability. Or maybe one partner stops embodying their natural energy, leading to an imbalance where attraction starts to diminish. When polarity weakens, the relationship can start to feel more like a friendship than a passionate connection. To reignite attraction, both partners need to embrace their core energy while appreciating and encouraging the opposite energy in their partner. The masculine needs to step into its strength, make decisions with confidence, and remain emotionally grounded even in the face of conflict. The feminine needs to feel safe enough to express emotions fully, to be playful, to bring passion and unpredictability into the relationship. When this dynamic is honored, attraction doesn't fade, it deepens. Passion doesn't disappear, it grows stronger. The key is to maintain this balance, to recognize when the polarity is shifting, and to take intentional steps to restore it. This is what keeps relationships alive, exciting, and filled with the kind of chemistry that never fades. Most people listen to respond, not to understand. In relationships, this is one of the biggest reasons for miscommunication, frustration, and emotional distance. When a conversation turns into a disagreement, many people shift their focus from connection to defense. They listen just enough to formulate a counter-argument. They prepare their response while their partner is still talking. They focus on proving their point rather than truly hearing what their partner is saying. This turns conversations into battles, where the goal is not to understand, but to win. And in a relationship, when one person wins, both people lose. Successful relationships are not built on being right. They are built on understanding. When one partner speaks, the other must be fully present, not just hearing the words, but tuning into the emotions behind them. Often what a person says isn't the full story. It's what's underneath the words that truly matters. If your partner says, "You never listen to me," they may not just be talking about the current moment. They may be expressing a deeper frustration, a feeling of being overlooked, unheard, or unimportant. If you immediately react with, "That's not true, I listen all the time," you miss the opportunity to understand where that feeling is coming from. Instead of defending yourself, lean in. Ask, "What makes you feel that way?" Or, "Help me understand what you need." The moment your partner feels heard, their walls come down. Another crucial part of communication is learning to control emotional reactions. In the heat of an argument, emotions run high, words get thrown around that aren't always meant. If both partners react impulsively, the conversation escalates into a fight where neither person feels understood. But when one person chooses to stay calm and listen rather than react, the energy of the conversation shifts. The goal should always be to de-escalate, not to attack. A deep breath, a pause before responding, or even a simple acknowledgement like, "I see why you feel that way," can completely change the tone of a discussion. Listening to understand doesn't mean agreeing with everything your partner says. It doesn't mean ignoring your own feelings or suppressing your thoughts. It means giving your partner the space to express themselves without fear of immediate judgment. It means recognizing that emotions are valid even when perspectives differ. When both partners adopt this mindset, communication becomes a tool for connection rather than conflict. Conversations become opportunities for growth rather than moments of frustration. The relationship deepens and trust strengthens because both people feel truly seen and heard. The moment you stop growing, you start dying. This is true in life, in business, and especially in relationships. The strongest relationships aren't just about love. They are about evolution. When two people come together, they bring their own experiences, dreams, and perspectives. In the beginning, everything feels fresh because both partners are discovering new things about each other. But over time, if neither person continues to grow, the relationship can start to feel stagnant. What once felt exciting can become routine. The conversations that used to be deep and engaging can become repetitive, and the passion that once felt effortless can begin to fade. Growth in a relationship isn't just about learning new skills or chasing bigger goals. It's about emotional, mental, and personal expansion. It means becoming better versions of yourselves, both individually and as a team. When one or both partners stop striving to improve, they risk falling into complacency. And complacency is dangerous because it creates a false sense of security. It makes people believe that love alone is enough to sustain the relationship, when in reality, love needs to be nurtured and challenged to thrive. Personal growth is a responsibility that each person must take on their own, but it has a powerful impact on the relationship. When you push yourself to learn, to expand your mindset, to overcome your own fears and limitations, you bring new energy into the relationship. You become a source of inspiration for your partner, and they do the same for you. This creates a dynamic where both people are constantly encouraging and supporting each other's evolution. Conversations stay meaningful because you're both growing in knowledge and perspective. Passion remains alive because there's always something new to discover in each other. At the same time, growing together is just as important as growing individually. This means setting goals as a couple, learning together, and challenging each other in positive ways. It could be as simple as reading a book together, taking a class, traveling to new places, or pushing each other out of comfort zones. It's about creating shared experiences that deepen your connection and expand your understanding of one another. It's also about navigating life's challenges as a team, learning from each obstacle and emerging stronger. Relationships that thrive are not the ones that never face struggles, but the ones where both partners are committed to growing through them rather than being broken by them. Growth is what keeps a relationship alive, fresh, and evolving into something even greater over time. People fall in love because of excitement, and they fall out of love because of boredom. In the beginning, everything feels thrilling. Every conversation is filled with curiosity, every touch is electric, and every shared experience feels like an adventure. But over time, routines take over. Responsibilities pile up, stress increases, And what once felt exciting becomes predictable. This is where many relationships start to lose their spark. Not because love is gone, but because excitement has faded. The problem is that most people assume this is normal. They think passion naturally fades over time, and they accept it as an inevitable part of a long-term relationship. But that's not true. Passion doesn't disappear on its own. It fades when people stop making an effort to keep it alive. Surprise is one of the most powerful ways to reignite that energy. When you break the routine and do something unexpected, it shakes things up. It reminds your partner that they are still desired, still important, and still worth the extra effort. A surprise doesn't have to be something extravagant. It can be as simple as leaving a heartfelt note, planning an impromptu date, or doing something thoughtful that shows you are thinking about them. Small, unexpected gestures create emotional sparks, and those sparks build into lasting passion. Playfulness is just as important. Life can be serious, and relationships can become weighed down by responsibilities, stress, and external pressures. But when you bring play into your relationship, you create moments of pure joy. Laughing together strengthens emotional bonds. Teasing, joking, and being silly together bring back the lightness and ease that existed at the beginning. Many couples lose this sense of playfulness over time, thinking it's only for the early stages of love. But the truth is, play is what keeps love feeling fresh. When you can laugh together, even in difficult times, your relationship becomes a place of relief rather than another source of stress. Keeping excitement alive isn't about constantly chasing new experiences. It's about maintaining an attitude of curiosity and appreciation for each other. It's about seeing your partner with fresh eyes, even after years together. It's about asking new questions, trying new things, and continuing to learn about each other. When you make the effort to surprise, to play, and to keep things exciting, you don't just maintain love, you make it stronger. You create a relationship that feels alive, dynamic, and full of energy no matter how many years go by. A successful relationship isn't built on luck, nor does it happen by accident. It's created through intention, commitment, and a willingness to grow together. Love is not just a feeling, it's a choice. It's the daily decision to understand, to support, to listen, and to show up even when it's not easy. It's about honoring the energy between you, nurturing passion, and never allowing complacency to take over. Every great relationship faces challenges, but the strongest couples don't run from them. They face them together. They learn from the struggles, they evolve through the hardships, and they deepen their connection with every experience. They don't wait for love to sustain itself. They fuel it, protect it, and continuously build upon it. If you want an extraordinary relationship, you must be willing to put in extraordinary effort. Choose love every day. Choose growth. Choose passion. And above all, choose each other. Again and again, no matter what life throws your way. Because in the end, a truly successful relationship isn't about finding the perfect person. It's about building something beautiful together.